Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah.
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 Guys, this is my last weekend of freedom.
Yeah, school's starting.
Why would you mention it?
Because you just said it's your last weekend of freedom.
We're watching The Devil's Plan Season 1. Please take this Labor Day weekend, if you are home, lazing around like us and not going camping or being patriotic or whatever it is you Americans do on Labor Day. We don't go back until after Labor Day. That's our rule here and where I am in Canada. So go watch The Devil's Plan with us. We are watching episode 2.
Yes, we just finished episode 2.
So the end of the virus game.
Which was masterful.
And the whole prize game. And also some jail footage.
Some scheming.
Well, we gotta start at the beginning.
So, we started with round 4 of the virus game, where Seok-jin Ha is revealed to be the officer, and he shoots... I don't remember who he shoots a civilian. Oh gosh, in the game. He doesn't actually shoot anybody in real life. But he uses his one bullet for the
officer.
round. Yes, and he takes out a civilian. And then they're like, oh my gosh, that's not
good.
Because you have... At this point, he's infected, so
You're gonna die.
Yeah, Ollie has left his round 5 and 1 bullet to kill the terrorist.
And they get down to the point, as we talked about in our last episode, they're beyond the point where they can develop the cure.
Yes.
/ antidote / whatever. The researcher who's still alive starts it anyway, but then dies at the end of the turn.
Right. And they basically narrow it down to the somewhat Tong Jae and Guillaume, as one of them is the terrorist.
Because he's just not saying, the Canadian is just not saying much.
Right.
And he spent the whole last episode pretending he had no idea how to play the game. Like, oh, I think I understand like 50% of the rules. Spoiler alert, that's all an act.
Yes. So, it's basically this one bullet, 50-50 chance, and Seok-jin uses it and kills Tong Jae,
who is revealed to be
the fanatic.
So he actually got himself convinced to get killed to win a point. However, he waited on purpose. He protected the terrorist on purpose.
Right, he was working with the terrorists.
Yeah. He's like, I'll take the heat off of you a little bit for a couple rounds. But then got himself killed in the game, which earned himself a piece.
Yes, and it was...
And Guillaume does turn out to be...
a terrorist, who we then see one of the people whose names I don't remember, saw Guillaume.
Yeah, one of the girls saw him make finger bullets.
Finger guns. At the first researcher.
Who died.
And then she didn't say anything about it.
Didn't tell anyone anything.
And which she later regrets.
Information is crucial. She does regret it. She does.
Yes. I mean, the first game, this virus game, was very sloppy by a lot of people. And Guillaume had the perfect strategy of playing dumb the whole time.
Well, I mean, the journalist.
Yeah.
She reflects in this episode that she should not have been so forthcoming.
Right.
So giving with her information.
Yes. So...
Amazing.
Seok-jin dies at the end of round 5, leaving...
Die?
Oh, yeah, he was infected. Leaving Guillaume and 2 civilians who...
Oh, within the game.
Yes, perish before Guillaume. And so the terrorists win, I can't believe it.
I actually think it was harder for the citizens, because the terrorists have no interest in revealing themselves. So it's really a crapshoot of who's like, oh, that's the thing. The terrorist doesn't want to be investigated for whether or not they're infected. Because isn't it suspicious if you're not infected?
Yes.
More citizens should have been willing to get tested, though.
They really didn't use the
testing facilities at all.
No, they didn't.
Except Orbit, who was like trying to suggest a communist approach of sharing pieces equally.
He called out the first.
Like, nah.
He figured out who the first terrorist was.
He did.
And then he said Tong Jae was the second one, but he ended up being the fanatic. So it was sloppy by a bunch of the good people.
And I think, my actor guy who I like, I think he had himself convinced, and he let
Tong Jae,
the fanatic convince him otherwise.
He was gonna do Guillaume, yeah.
Yeah, he like double mind played him.
Yeah.
Guys, have you tried the new flavor of Nerds gummy clusters?
They're specific Halloween flavored.
They're spooky, so they're purple and orange, which if they're grape and orange, which I can't tell if they are, my taste buds aren't working right now. They're my least favorite flavor, so I don't know why I get this, except that I have to get all flavors of Nerd gummy clusters. What do you think the white is? Neal says cherry?
Well, it's usually
white gummy
cherry.
bears are usually pineapple, but there's certainly no pineapple flavor in
Could be
that.
just fruit punch.
When we mush all the fruit together, it becomes white.
Yeah.
Neal is cuddling with his favorite cat right now, and they're like actually having a moment.
She curled up, Winifred. She curled up on the blanket next to me and has been sleeping, and she just, without opening her eyes, looked up at me and just kept her face looking at me without opening her eyes. It was very cute.
Like, they're in love, and I'm just okay with it. Also, she's a cat, if anyone was unclear.
Yes. She was my first cat.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
After I lost my rabbit, Mr. Snugs.
Oh, Mr. Snuggles.
Yeah, so... And, like, my dad and my sister are deathly allergic to cats, and so I couldn't have a cat growing up.
So you've never known what it's like to have a cat despite having dogs. You've had, what, birds?
Birds, a rabbit, hermit crabs, fish, guinea pig. So, like, every standard pet except for a cat.
Wow.
So...
I had nothing growing up. My dad refused to get me a pet. Here's the thing. I spent the first 18 years of my life fighting for a dog. And his OCD is so bad. Are you self-diagnosing your dad? Are you armchair diagnosing? My dad has OCD. He would not be able to have a dog live in his house. If young Jennifer had realized that, and realized that he could maybe soften up about a cat, I would have fought for a cat a long time ago.
You would have he loves Luna. And
they didn't let me, I say quote unquote let me because I was living with them at the time. I just graduated university. I was gonna go start teaching, like substitute teaching, and I was living at home so I could save money. But as a 22-year-old adult, I had to be like, may I get a cat and bring it into your home? And they said yes. And I got Luna. So when kids are like, oh, my family won't let me have a dog, won't let me have a cat, which, by the way, doesn't happen very often. Most families have some sort of pet these days.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of cute. As long as you can afford to take care of them.
You learn responsibility.
Well, I don't think the kids do much. I think it's just more put on the moms.
Yeah.
But you would say that as a dad.
Cat dad.
You are a cat dad, and you do, like, all the responsibilities. Anyway, so I've had Luna for 13 years. Then, when I was living in Illinois over the summer, a few summers ago, we got Winnie, so she was our first cat together.
Yeah.
But then...
She stayed with me for the year while I was in Illinois.
While he was going to school. And then they both came here for, like, longer visits at a time.
Yeah.
And so,
And then we got Frank the summer after, while we had Winnie here.
And he and I have always been together.
Yes. Yeah.
like literally spent the first year together, like before we went on another vacation, because we got him at the end of what was our vacation in Illinois.
Yeah.
So it was like a full year before we went anywhere. Actually, it was to go to London to see Taylor Swift. It was the first time I'd ever been apart from him.
Which,
and I remember that like a fanatical mom.
Like, we got Winnie and Frank, like, in less than a week, like, hey, let's get a cat, and we got a rag doll.
I make it happen.
You too. It's crazy.
Do you want me to want a cat? Do you want a cat? Put the idea in my head, and in 6 to 8 business days, you will have a cat.
We did one, like, random neighborhood in Chicago. We got Winnie.
Like it was a drug deal. Like they passed her over to us, and we gave them money.
Because the breeder was from Michigan and happened to be going to Chicago.
Yeah, they're like, can you meet us in Chicago? I guess.
And then the other one was also from Michigan with Frank, and she's like, oh, I'm going to be in O'Hare.
Can you meet me at the airport? So then that's even more suspicious. And now we have them and we love them so much. And we could talk about our cats all day, but we're not.
Because Devil's Plan.
Because we're talking about the Devil's Plan.
So the bad guys win.
You can't label them the bad guys already without naming them a little bit more.
The bad guys in the game.
Some people are watching them for the first time. Oh, like the terrorists.
And the fanatic.
Oh, you mean literally like in the board game.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, you right. Proceed.
So then they choose the 2 people to go to the jail, and they pick the 2 people they contributed the least. So the reporter, for blurting out that she's the reporter, and the civilian who saw Guillaume
and didn't say anything. They have delicious looking bread, by the way, which makes me...
And an orange. Or a mandarin.
I'd say a mandarin.
Mandarin orange, yeah.
It looked bigger than like a clementine.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as big as an orange.
No, it wasn't.
I'm over. Oh, we got mad. What show were we watching? Oh, The Summer I Turned Pretty. We were watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, and they were talking about, ooh, guess what? I got the country club to make your favorite lobster rolls. Like, sometimes the show is so cringe that I'm like, why is my 34-year-old ass watching it? Ooh, lobster roll. They didn't even show us the lobster rolls. Neal is the one who commented on it, and he doesn't even like any sort of seafood. But you can bet your bottom dollar that Neal wants to see a good food shot.
Yes, like we saw them from afar, them bringing them in, and then it was just, everybody's done with supper.
Whack! Bring out the lobster rolls. It's probably because they take so long to shoot
speaking
in
of
the day
lobster,
that they would have gotten, like...
You liked your sunflower bread and mandarin orange in prison. Then the non-prison people. So unlike season 2, this is the remaining 10 players
are safe.
Yeah, they go back to have their supper, and it's just like, here's a lobster. Everybody gets a lobster.
Neal is from a landlocked state. He does not have access to
is it only landlocked?
Well, it's landlocked. From the ocean.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure the Great Lakes you can reach the ocean.
I don't think you touch the ocean.
Okay.
I don't think you'd be able to fish for things in your lake that you could only get in the ocean.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay? Do you want to fight me? Would you like me?
No,
because I have a lot more ocean experience than you.
You do.
Put them up. Dukes. You can have your lakes. I like a good lake too. As long as the public beaches rating of the water is green. I don't mess with yellow. I don't want to see red. If there's red anywhere in the lake, I'm not getting in the water. We like a nice healthy green.
Yes, we do.
Green means go, green means swim.
Yes, and we did.
We did.
So yeah, they got lobsters. And then they're like, oh, let's all go to bed. And then the announcer is like, bong, the prize match is about to begin.
Like, I could probably ask my mom to ask someone to buy and cook us lobster, and we would just, pay them, and they would show up at our house with cooked lobster.
Okay.
It's just so normal to get, back in the day, fishermen's kids would take lobster sandwiches to school and be like, this is gross. I want your peanut butter.
I don't want a lobster.
I know that.
I want a surf and turf minus
The surf?
Just double turf.
Turf and turf.
2 fillets.
No, it can't be the same turf.
Fine, a fillet and a nice New York strip.
That's still both beef. You're doing it wrong. 2 different meats.
A bacon wrapped pork chop.
Besides your strip?
Besides my fillet.
Okay. I like it. The bacon doesn't count on its own, but I like that you got the pork there. That's weird, though. You wouldn't do both of those. You would do, like, chicken, right? Like, chicken and... Like, fried chicken and steak? No, that's really heavy.
Fried chicken.
That's gross. Like a quarter chicken?
No, what? No. Okay, so prize match.
I'm blowing it.
Prize match. So this is where they earn money and or pieces.
It's cooperative, they find out. So that doesn't mean it's always going to be cooperative, but for this one it is. They all have to work together to attain a shared goal.
Yes, and no death match, so no one gets eliminated. There are 10 rounds. They're
10 grams.
Yes, and they're on a spinning platform.
So while you have 6 seconds to stand in front of the puzzle, you get to try and arrange the smaller pieces onto the bigger piece.
Yes, and only the people that finish the puzzle multiple times get coins.
And you only get points. You get a point for being the one who's in front of it when it's solved.
Yes, the arrow.
And they're all on like a merry-go-round, like they're spinning around.
Yes, and if you have to complete all 10 rounds to get the 50 million won.
Which, spoiler alert,
they don't.
They don't!
No, they make it to, what, 8?
Oh, I thought they made it to the last round.
But they might have.
I don't know.
There's so much infighting about who should get coins or pieces.
Because Orbit is like, someone's already gotten it. Give it to him so he can get it. Know what I mean?
Orbit's trying to spread the love, and Tong Jae is like, let's not do that. And
then the girl gets one, which I think she does on purpose, but she acts like she was flustered and didn't mean to finish it.
Right.
But then she doesn't get a piece anyway, because it's moved on to the next person. Right. So the travel YouTuber gets it.
Yes.
Like twice because of that.
Right.
With Guillaume in front of her, who also does really well with them.
Yes. So they do dominate most of them, and then they get to one that's like heart-shaped, and not only could they not get it in the 3 minutes, they said it took them a long time after.
Because, of course, I am this type of person. Okay, well, now I need to go over and see the puzzle and figure out how to do it. Time might be up, but I'm not leaving here until that heart has been made into heart pieces.
Which this makes me... I'm going to tell everybody about what we watched a little while ago. We were... In Canada, they constantly show a poker tour. And
You left for the good stuff. Go on.
Jennifer Tilly was at the table. She's a poker pro, bride of Chucky. And...
Those are the 2 need-to-know facts about her.
And she was going up against this dude straight up. He had 3 6s after the flop. And she had a flush draw with 4 hearts. And the turn didn't help either of them. So the river, he puts her all in. She thinks about it. And folds.
We reveal the 5th card.
She asks for the 5th card, the river, and it's a heart. So you think, oh my gosh, she would have gotten the flush and won.
Her flush.
But it was the king of hearts, and the dude had a king 6. So he would have knocked her out with a full house.
They both would have got what they needed. It was a king of hearts. It was a crazy hand. It was a good fold. She put too much in the first place,
Yes,
but I can see why she did.
She should have checked instead of bet the final round of betting.
Let him see if he was going to bet. So check, exactly.
Yes.
She even says that after. She says, I should have checked and let you.
Yeah.
I really want burrito bowls, but you go upstairs and the dude on the air starts saying that he's finished.
What?
Like the poker commentator, I don't know who he is. You're going to have to look this up. Is like, yeah, you're going to be done seeing me after the next couple episodes. And his co-host is like, what? Like, well, I'm sorry to hear that. And he's like, yeah, I just feel like you guys need someone younger. And he's like going on, and they like fade to commercial as he's saying this. He's like, yeah, I told everybody today. It's official.
Oh my
You'll
gosh.
only be with me
It's
for
not
like
the Real Housewives husband.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
And they're like, you've been with us for years, or like you've been here for years. And he's like, yeah, it's time.
I wonder if
I think people didn't know, though. I think he's like
Right.
pulling a Tamra right now.
That's crazy. I wonder if the World Series of Poker has the same two hosts that I remember from the original few.
You'll have to look it up. It was like out of left field. Like there was stuff happening, and he's like, yeah, well, it's true. Anyway, let's do our job. We still got a job to do here. And then starts commentating on what's happening at the table.
Retiring at halftime is crazy.
But that's exactly what he did. He retired at halftime. Is that what it's called?
Well, no, that's just like I told you about the Colts player in the NFL, Vontae Davis, who just up and retired at halftime during a game.
See you later, alligators.
He went to U of I.
Excellente. Okay, Devil's Plan. 10 grams. They don't succeed.
So they don't win the $50 million. A couple people get pieces. And
because our sweatshirt guy does end up getting a second piece. So our fanatic, he's doing quite well.
Yes, but he's also giving people pieces.
Mm-hmm. And our travel YouTuber gave a piece to the girl who was to the right of him, which means she's the one that actually solved it, but then he was the one that like clocked in as the winner.
Yes. And we go back to the jail, and they have a metal coily puzzle that the reporter actually solves.
Which, like, I've bought some of these off of Temu, but, like, I don't know if they're gonna work. Or if we should be touching the metal.
And finally, we see a bunch of some schemy schemers. Orbit and our travel YouTuber are like, we're gonna become allies for the next.
Despite having very different moral philosophies stepping into this game.
Yeah.
I think that makes it so good.
Yeah, and we'll see.
Even though I'm not cheering for them, but I think it's so good.
We'll see in the next few episodes. Like, there really is a divide that builds. Not
detrimental to the overall flow of the game.
Yes, not like season two. No. More, everyone's on even ground.
More so. I would say you can still label the pretty ones the underdogs.
Yeah.
My actor and the one I want him to be in love with, only if they're both single, are the 7 High and the broadcaster of the last season.
Yes.
With her jumpsuit. No, someone else wore the jumpsuit. She had a jumpsuit too.
Yes. This was another short episode. They're still getting their footing. The third episode we see is quite a bit longer.
And we've already seen more peace giving.
Yes.
In the first 2 episodes than they had at all in season 2.
Yes. And
even though it's happening in the house. So it's not like it's forbidden in season 2. You only can't do it in the game place.
Right. But it becomes prevalent in the game space moving forward. There's a lot of... I think the next game is...
So obviously the producers reflected on that and felt that that was a flaw of the first season.
Right. And
does bringing that back in help the game if we have a season 3?
I think it also is helped by the prize matches giving out pieces so much. So there are so many
You have
pieces
more
that
to
can be
give.
moved around.
Yeah, if I have 4, I don't mind giving away 1.
Right.
Whereas if everyone only has 1, give away what?
Yes, and
Good point. Yes. I mean, that's the main point of season 2.
season 2
Just
you
aren't
have
enough
like
pieces.
2 or 3 people with 9 pieces and
then no one else has any.
yes, so they can't like
Hey, isn't that the way the world goes?
yes, but it's not very good for a game show. And I didn't like season 2 because of that. They need to figure out a good way to get everybody pieces, because we see the problem in season 1, and I don't want to spoil, but because they don't have death matches, you still have to get people eliminated by running out of pieces.
Right.
And so
yeah.
it's, you still have to make people lose pieces.
So you're saying they were trying to make that easier to do for the second season.
Well, I mean, they just
Which they succeeded, but too well.
I don't
think you have to get rid of the death match. I don't think it has to be one or the other between the death match and the prize match either.
I think that they just realized, hey, we can't go 3 or 4 episodes
with the same people in jail
without eliminating anyone in a 10 or 12 episode show. When you
no matter how much Orbit wants communism.
Yes. You're going to have to pick people off to eventually get to a final without having the final game get rid of like 9 people.
Which would be fun.
Yes. So they can really take both seasons and create something special, I feel like.
I agree.
And I hope, Netflix has been canceling stuff like crazy, so they don't seem to touch Korean shows, though, because Korean shows are actually hits. But, like, The Circle is gone. Too Hot to Handle is gone.
That's crazy to me, because that must cost nothing to film.
Battle Camp is gone.
And yet, stuff like Survivor and The Amazing Race is hanging on. Is it because networks just have so much more money that they can give? Because do we talk about? The Challenge is getting the X, you think?
The Challenge,
allegedly.
The ratings between The Challenge and Survivor are like Jupiter and Pluto.
But they're 2 different things. But have they already seen where they tried to do like the Challenge versus CBS and it didn't really succeed?
Oh, I think that was a disaster.
Was that a Hail Mary? Like, what was the intention of that?
I think what would help The Challenge is if they put it on a CBS and not...
But wasn't that one?
No, that was exclusively streaming, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, that sucks.
On Paramount.
Exclusively streaming is bad. Oh, I picked at our cat so much she's leaving.
Yeah, well...
She had a little mat. I got it, though. I looked at her very gently. She's so...
graceful. She's 80% asleep. She's probably just going to plop down somewhere else and fall asleep. Maybe right there. Oh, yeah.
Stop.
On the pillow.
Hilarious.
I think if you put The Challenge on CBS, it would really help.
Mutually beneficial.
Like, because everyone's going to have CBS in the U.S. that has cable or whatever.
So just another point for going back to cable.
Right, but
like,
you're not everyone's going to have MTV, because what's the point of having MTV now?
What, like the fact that it's a like cable network, what they would consider it, and that you'd have to pay as like a special subscription to get it is bonkers. But we could complain about subscription services all day, or I could at least.
I mean, I just saw WWE and Netflix, they're moving Raw to start earlier because they don't want to compete with Monday Night Football.
Great idea. Give people more to watch.
So if you put The Challenge on a Tuesday, Survivor
night
on a Wednesday, and Amazing Race is also on whatever Survivor Day.
You
Survivor.
could pair it with either.
Yeah.
You could pair it with Tuesday.
You don't want to put something on Thursday because Thursday Night Football is a thing.
Friday is where shows go to die.
Yeah, so really you only have Tuesday and Wednesday.
Sunday? Oh no, Sunday is football. Survivor used to be able to be after football.
Yes. Survivor does great ratings still, and that's because they don't have competition on Wednesdays. Wednesday's the most wide open sports day.
Dang.
Especially once baseball ends, because then you really...
Wide open sports day.
You don't really have college football, anyone good playing on a Wednesday.
Whoa, you just said that.
Max on a Tuesday, so only people that live in the cities or went to a Max school are going to watch Maction on Tuesday.
It's called Maction?
Yeah, it's...
I'm mad about that.
Northern is in the MAC this last year before they moved to a new conference.
Do you hear what you just said? They're in the MAC?
In
the MAC?
They're getting promoted next year. This is their last year in the MAC. The MAC is dying out because it's got bad schools.
No.
My cousin goes to Miami, Ohio, which is in the MAC.
You're making this up.
It's the Mid-American Conference. Midwest.
Okay, that sounds plausible.
The second tier schools that can't get into the Big Ten.
Fine.
Do you think Korean shows would survive on cable? If you put
I don't think they need to. I think if we're talking about mutually beneficial relationships, I think this relationship between Korean competition shows and Netflix / other streaming services in general works so well that I don't think you need to try.
Let me posit this to you.
Okay.
Devil's Plan on Paramount.
Well, I don't care what streaming service it's on, I suppose.
Do you think
Are you saying it comes on CBS or you put it on Paramount?
No, it's exclusively streaming on Paramount.
Oh, I think it would do fine. I think Paramount can get the word out there like Netflix can. I think Paramount's got a chance. That's why I'm mad that they would cancel the challenge. If you were up for it, if you were man enough, you would figure out a way to make it work.
Well, I think this is their Hail Mary with the new threats to take over.
Well, I like Jeremy.
Yeah, he's a beast. He would...
We have to talk about this episode. I'm too sleepy, though. And we haven't talked about the Love Island reunion yet.
Yeah. But...
Guys, I got a lot to do. And it's already the weekend. Pray for me.
I got ice cream to eat next.
Oh my gosh, I want ice cream.
You had ice cream.
No, that's so disappointing.
Guys, I had an everything seasoned salad. So, it had...
Like a bagged salad you'd get from Walmart. We are big fans. We only get them when they're 50% off.
So this one had everything seasoning and little... baguette chips almost.
Yeah, cuter than croutons.
Yeah, and then I had grilled chicken breast a couple days ago, so I sliced that up nice and thin, put it in there, put some bacon bits. Oh my gosh, guys. What a salad. It was delicious.
A giant bag of croutons used to be $2.99 at Costco. I need to see how much it is now.
I'm a big salad lover.
You're such a weirdo, because, you mean it.
And we can usually find a half-off salad if we really want salad.
Sometimes it has to be the avocado ranch one, which is, not ideal.
What? Oh,
$8.99.
Dang. Inflation.
This was a long time ago, but that's literally quadruple the price.
The one thing Devil's Plan Season 1 does not have is their dining room and kitchen area that has...
They upgraded big time, which is surprising because, it's obviously, as we saw in the first episode, and we thought it was so cool to see the glimpse behind the scenes, it's, built inside a warehouse.
Yes.
So they actually took the time to either, A, make it nicer, or this gets torn down and they made it completely
Oh,
again.
I bet they tore it down.
Really? That's crazy.
It's probably all modular, too, so...
Okay. Something to know about me is I don't understand construction at all. I don't understand how we are in houses. I don't understand how houses keep us warm. I don't
Insulation.
understand how electricity works and wiring or plumbing or literally anything about what makes a house run. I think that people who can do anything around building houses are the most talented people on the planet.
Yeah, and it was cool watching them build out the set in the warehouse.
I also thought about this because on the challenge they had to dig this week.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? If you've never taken a shovel and actually put it into earth, like compacted ground, you wouldn't know how hard that is to do.
One of the competitors said that you're not planting flowers, like you're
Michaela.
you're actually digging into the ground,
Like making a hole.
it's difficult when you have, and it's dry there, so
dry.
it's and it showed. It was,
One of the hardest in a while. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I feel like people should have watched that. Anyway, that's for another podcast. Guys, please keep watching with us. We love watching The Devil's Plan with you. Let us know what you think. If it's your first time watching it, tell your friends about it. Let's make sure Netflix doesn't cancel us, even though it seems like you said, Korean shows seem to be safe on Netflix.
Yes, and they keep making new ones, so
Yeah.
this is another pretty short podcast because the episodes are short, and there's so many people that, good episodes coming up, lots of strategy.
We love it.
Yes.
We hope you love it. Bye.
Bye.